Okay? I'm paying. Dessert and everything. Order like 2 entrees. Yeah, 2 appetizers. Get like 3 desserts, okay? I'll give you a couple $100, okay? I'm serious. We'll give him a couple $100, right? Okay, we'll be right back. Up next.
It's just so awkward to like even see you guys holding hands. It made me kind of sick. And for you to sit here and be like, we might be in love? What? It's weird. It's almost incestual.
That's when people hate on somebody because they have some serious greatness and we're jealous, so we play a hate. But today we're talking about player hate hers, which are women who are hating on each other out of jealousy and insecurity. Joining us now is Jamie, who says her best friend of 13 years has turned into a total player hate her. Tell me about what happened. You guys were really, really good friends, or are, shall I say.
She's been my best friend since I was 10 years old, and I'm 23 now. So she's grown up with me. She's been pretty much part of my family. On my graduation date last May, she was caught making out in the laundry room with my brother, who's 3 years younger, so she's grown up with him.
Okay.
So I confronted her and was like, why? And she said, I'm so sorry, it was a drunken mistake, I'll never ever do it again.
Was there some type of rule that you had or that you told her after that, like, this is awful for me, like for you to date my brother, this is bad?
I told her up front it was very weird. Yeah. But I thought that was it, that it was just a drunken kind of thing, because they had always, you know, kidded around being like, you're so hot. Brotherly, sisterly stuff or whatever.
Yeah.
So 4 months later, before she accepted her job in Florida, she was moving the next week, she calls me and we're chatting on the phone, and she's like, by the way, I have something to tell you at the end of the conversation. And I was like, what? Not having any idea. And she said, your brother's been coming here for the last few weekends and spending the nights at my house. We've been hanging out behind your back. I'm really sorry. I had no idea what to say. I simply hung up the phone and wrote her an email. A month later, after I thought that she was stopped and done, she called me 3 days ago and was like, I can't knock these feelings. Me and your brother are dating. Sorry.
3 days ago. And tell me the issues that you have with that so we can understand. Is it because if they start fighting, it's like, what side do you choose? Mm-hmm. Like, it just becomes very complicated? Explain that.
First of all, it's very awkward for me because I'm very close to both of them. So if anything goes wrong in this relationship, I'm instantly put in the middle of it. And I don't want to be put in that position. Second of all, it's weird. It's almost incestual. She's grown up with him.
Yeah, she's known him since he was like a little 7-year-old boy.
She's known him forever.
Got it.
So it's weird.
Well, Jamie's best friend Brittany and her brother Corey are with us now. Come on out, guys. So you guys, would you say that you guys are like in love, like really feeling each other right now?
Could probably say that.
Yeah, there's some chemistry.
Yeah, there's some chemistry. How does that work, first of all? Like, because you knew him when he was like, had snot in his nose and like smelled like snails, and you know, so like, how do you go from like, ew to yum?
I don't know, just growing up, you know, I don't know. I grew up with him and you have that instant bond. Like, I've known both of them forever and it just kind of develops from there, I guess. I know it was definitely weird at first, but I just got to know him like as a man now, and it's a lot different than knowing him as like a boy. You know?
And do you feel that you are messing with your relationship and your friendship with Jamie because she feels extremely awkward?
Yeah, I mean, it definitely like, it hurts because I don't want to hurt my best friend and I don't want to lose her, you know, and it's hard. It's like my heart's pulling me one way saying, you know, be happy, be with somebody who makes you happy, but my head's saying, you know, like, your girls are there forever. They're there through thick and thin, through every guy. She's been there through all the guys I've dated, and she's going to be there after that, you know, and I just don't want to jeopardize our friendship.
So tell her, Jamie, what's your feeling about this?
You know how I feel about this, both of you do. And it's just so awkward to like even see you guys walking with your hands, holding hands. Made me kind of sick at first. And for you to sit here and be like, we might be in love? What? I just found out 3 days ago. Like, how are you possibly going to say you're in love? Like, I'm really disgusted and I'm very disappointed. And you, Brittany, not my brother.
You have a letter. Tell me about this letter. Read the letter that explains your feelings.
I wrote
This is very emotional for you, by the way.
Yeah, it's a little bit.
I can tell.
I wrote this letter to Brittany, as you know, a month ago when she told me that she was secretly seeing my brother before she moved to Florida. And I said, hey, lady, the reason I feel so strongly against you and my brother hanging out behind my back is because you are one of my best friends and he is my brother. He is my family. Therefore, if he were to get serious about you and you hurt him in any way, shape, or form, then I would be furious with you. If the opposite happened, then I would be furious with him for hurting you. It is an awful dynamic that I do not want to happen, nor be a part of. It is cool if he is your friend, Brittany. It is cool for feelings to develop. It may not seem fair to me to say this, but I don't want to be a part of this. So if it continues, then one of you is going to be cut out of my life, and that obviously isn't going to be him. It really, really, really hurts that this is happening. It's my worst nightmare come true. I didn't know I would feel so strongly about a silly thing, but I do. I also never imagined you, of all people, to even want to be with him. This is wrong. Love you and miss you, Jamie.
So she's saying that if something happens bad, you're gone because her brother's there for life.
Yeah, and she wrote that to me like a month ago, and I read it, and obviously, your emotions kick in, and immediately I was like, oh my God, like what am I doing? I don't want to lose my best friend. She's my best friend. Like out of all my friends, she is my best friend. She's like my sister. And it's like, why would I jeopardize that? But then your heart just tugs you that other way, like, but he's so good to me and I really like him and I don't know what to do. It's such a struggle
torn.
internally,
And we're talking about player hate hers today. I can see the audience being split. I can see the audience thinking that, Brittany, that you are a player hate her because you're getting in the way of her relationship with her brother.
Yeah.
And you're being selfish and you're kind of like hating. And Jamie, I can see people looking at you and saying you're hating because you're jealous and you may not be happy in a relationship and they're happy. I know that there's something that you want to tell Brittany. What is that?
You need to choose either your best friend of 13 years or her little brother.
We'll be right back. I'm with Jamie right now, and she says that she's been best friends with Brittany for 13 years until Brittany turned into what she says is a player hate her and started dating Jamie's little brother, Corey. Jamie has given Brittany an ultimatum. It's either their friendship or the relationship with the brother, but you can't have both. So you've had some time to think about this, Jamie. She's saying it's either or. What's it going to be for you?
I just don't feel like that's a fair question or a fair ultimatum, like to choose between possibly falling in love and being with somebody that makes you so, so happy, and being 23, I've dated a lot of guys and like I found one that really, really makes me happy, and then choose between that and, your sisterhood, like your best friend is just such an unfair question, It's just, I'm torn apart, Jamie. Like, I don't know what to say. I really don't.
So it's not her choice, it's your choice. You have to decide what you want to do. Corey, how do you feel about this tug of war? I'm not used to seeing sister and best friend tug of war.
I'm stuck in the middle. I am 100% back her up, but I also love my sister. So I can't choose, or I can't really decide what to do. So I'm really just off in the dark right now.
I understand that you've never really been this in love with somebody in your past. This is your first. Tell me, you said that you've never been able to stand girls in the past. Like,
I usually get annoyed with girls pretty easily.
Yeah.
So she moved down to Florida about a month ago, and I actually drove her down. And it was like a 24-hour ride. And even after, when I got dropped off, when I flew back to New York, an hour later I was missing her. And usually I don't get that around. And then when she moved back, I actually flew down to Florida and came back and drove her back to Maine. So it's just, the time I have with her is really special to me.
Is there any way that there's a possibility that these are two people that you love very much? It looks like you're two of your closest loves of your life, your brother and your best friend. Is there any way that you could find a place in yourself to be happy for them? Because these are two people that you love very much, that have found love?
I can't be happy right now. It's going to take time for me to get used to it. And our friendship's never going to be the same again.
No.
But I think over time, I'll be okay.
tell me about you. Are you in a relationship with a guy?
Yes.
Yes?
Mm-hmm.
And are you happy?
Very happy.
Yeah? Is she
Yes.
very happy, Brittany, or is there drama?
She's very happy,
She's
and I'm very happy for her.
So it really has
Very
nothing to
happy.
do with your own personal thing. This
No.
is really pure. Well, this in the audience is a woman who came up with the term player hate her. I bet everybody's going to be saying this everywhere now. And she wrote a book about it. Katrina Chambers. Hi. So, Katrina, before the break, I was saying that a lot of people at home could see it differently, different ways, that Brittany is the hate her and Jamie is the hate her. Who